Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for always watching our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I am Barbara Eson Goyelechi. I have a very long name. So today I'll be doing, this is the part 2 of the video, how to make good nursery soil. So I promised in the last video that we're going to show us how to use it when it comes to seedling tray. So I brought out this seedling tray already. We're already transplanting our eggplants already. So I just want to show us how to use it to achieve good growth, because sometimes if you go to some nursery and you see the crop, some of them are already looking pale. What could be the reason? It's because the basis of the planting, that's the soil, the base of everything does not have enough nutrients. Remember, as the crop is here, you cannot apply any fertilizer here. You cannot apply soil-based fertilizer. So what do you do to sustain them for your 21 days while you still have your plant or your crop in the nursery? Now, I mentioned that you always treat your soil organically, either with plant and animal remains, and I mentioned that it's best to use 2 plant remains and 2 animal remains and 3 to 4 plant remains. You use them up that way. But if you don't have enough access to animal remains, which is animal droppings, the remains I'm talking about is the droppings, their poo. If you don't have access to it, you can actually use 1 animal based dropping, and then please use at least 2 to 3 plant remains, different plants, their leaves, their stem, anyone is okay that you know is good. It's okay once they are decayed, and then you mix them together. So now, planting on the seedling tray. How do you achieve this? Yes, remember the soil is the basis of support to plant. Support plant growth is a housing for microorganisms and also for the anchorage of the roots of the plant. But then if the soil does not have good nutrients, it's not nutritious. I keep using the word nutritious because it has to have all the essential nutrients, and most especially basic primary nutrients. We already know that nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and then you go down magnesium, and so and so and so. When a crop comes out of the seed, initially it uses nutrients from the seed, but once it starts developing the roots, it gets nutrients from the soil. So how are we going to do this? Now, for example, I'll just use simple calculations and measurements for us for this video. If you want to plant on seedling tray and you have, a paint bucket of soil, that's what you want to use, like your normal 20-liter bucket of it, you are going to use half of that normal soil from your farm, any side, a good soil, please, not a soil that is contaminated or polluted. No, clean, good soil, normal soil, half of that. And then you are going to also provide 1/3 of that portion of sand. When I mean sand, if I want to go into soil and tell us about the properties of soil, it's going to be very, very tedious. But what we call normal sand that has larger grains, and then you have to have also a 1/3 portion of that of animal and plant remains, which is organic manure. Meaning, if you divide the bucket into 2, you divide it into 2, the other half that you have removed, make sure half of it is for animal droppings and the other one is made of larger grains of sand, and then you mix it up together, sharp sand, all that and all that. You mix it up together with the soil. Why do we have to mix it? Some persons are asking, why do we have to use larger sand grains? Why do we have to use that? This is because, as you can see, they are enclosed. The cells are enclosed, and once they are there, it means they'll become a bit compacted, as in they'll come together. They are going to come together. So you do not know the percentage clay in the soil, and if the percentage clay in the soil is high, they are going to do what? Bind together, and when they bind together, it's going to reduce water and air movement. Now you can see how the seedling tray are. In between one cell and another cell, there's a blockage. It's not like our normal soil that they have natural pores vertically and horizontally. By the side, they have pores, but this one, there are no pores by the side. So that's why we advise you mix it up with larger sand grains or sandy soils. Yes, a very sandy soil with larger grains. You mix it up like that. That is going to allow airflow from the top, when air to penetrate into it, and also good water movement. Look at the down part of it. Just only one pore there. So it's not like the soil. If you take up a soil or you look at the soil, like there are lots of pore spaces in the soil, but this one is limited. So that's why you have to mix it up so that infiltration rate will be good, water movement from top to down will be good, and also they will have space for them to do whatever they are going to do. And then when you mix it up, you're going to spread it up on the seedling tray. Remember, when planting on this seedling tray, or when you have mixed it with your animal and plant-based manure, please, before you plant, allow them for at least 7 days so that the poultry manure and the animal or the animal droppings are anyone I call poultry manure because basically that's what they use here, and the plant remain will start decomposing and the toxicity of it will be reduced. They'll be reduced. You can spray pesticides, you can spray insecticide on it just to kill some insects. Remember, not all insecticides are supposed to be used, but we're going to come to that later. So sometimes it's advisable you dry up your soil with heat, using heat, like you fry it up, like they fry it. Now, people will say, oh, what about what about the, what they call it, the structure? We are not interested in structure for now. We are interested in just the ability for it to release nutrients and also to pass down water. So it doesn't matter, you do that just to kill some insects and all that that's going to eat up or that may feast, that are going to be threats to your crop. So when you have done that, allow them for 7 days, and then you start putting the seed one after the other. Like I was explaining in the previous video, only one seed for one cell, one seed for one cell, because for example, we've already transplanted most of this. This is just the remains of what we have done. You can see that just one of this crop is standing in one cell. Reasons are they are not going to compete for nutrient, nothing. And from this one, you can see that the crop are not looking pale. Although we had insect infestation, but it was arrested before transplanting. So that's how you go. Then one thing again, water it, water it, water it very well, but don't overflood it. Water it. But anyway, whatever be the case, because you have already mixed it and improved on the texture of your soil, if there's excess water, it's going to drain out. But water your crop in the nursery so that you get good germination, healthy crop, and everything will go well for you. My name remains Goya Elechi Eson Barbara, the longest name you ever know. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you. See you next time.